I know like you guys can't see me dance. Well, the people that are watching can't see me dance, but I like my little dance. So
Yeah.
how we doing today?
How is everybody? We're
Good,
live.
pretty good.
We are live. Yay. Ooh, let me get to comments just in case. All right. So what we were talking about before this started is not to get all of our good stuff going before the show starts, because we do have a tendency to do that. So how was everyone's weekend? I don't know. Nobody let me ask before the show started.
Yeah. Well, you go first, Sarah.
Let me see. I actually, yesterday, I did not feel good at all. I had a weird stomach situation and I took a nap, like a 2-hour nap midday. So that was good and bad at the same time. But we have been doing some stuff in the house. We got like this new like storage kind of thing. And I'll take a picture and send it to you guys. But like in our living room to hold things and whatever. And we're looking at new couches now. Because this couch has been through a few things.
Hey, Jamie.
So, when's the last time you guys bought a new couch?
Well, many years.
6 years ago.
See, that's what I need. I need like a 6-year-old couch. This couch is older than 6 years. We'll just go with that. Forrest laughed, so it's been a hot minute.
Hi, James.
Yeah, not since I've been married.
Okay, that's like a bit. Okay. But, bless you. I don't know if you guys heard that, but somebody in the room with me sneezed. But anyway, so Carol, what did you do this last weekend?
Well, we have a lot of art where I live. And so I am trying something very different, actually 2 different things. And so I've been playing around a little bit with watercolor. But this weekend I worked on diamond art. And I probably will just do this one piece and never again. It's very slow, very cheap.
Is that where you glue the little diamond things to a page?
Diamonds in every little space, and the whole picture is made from little diamonds of all different colors.
I don't have that much patience, Carol. I don't have that much.
But it is tedious. So it is not for me. Art has to be, done quickly and fun. And, and this is tedious. So since I've started it, I'm going to finish it. But
no, I love that. And I can see that because for me, art is like a burst of energy out of me. Like I'm like, this is what I'm seeing. It's like a thing. And I don't think I could have the long-term concept. What about you, Forrest? What'd you do over the weekend?
My weekend was very, very boring. There was severe thunder and lightning storms.
Oh,
very, very frightening.
Saturday, so I kept my head down inside. And yesterday, I went to my usual Sunday service and then came home and watched SWAT.
Oh,
that must have been the whole East Coast for us because we had it here. I got soaked. I had to change everything when I got
Really?
back.
Yeah. Well, the storms we got came out of Canada. Yet again, another reason to love Canada.
Well, I was down from the north.
It is not their fault.
It is their fault.
Canadian friends.
It is their fault. Whose fault is it if it isn't theirs?
And the
oh my God! So if anybody is bored,
can't even blame this
up.
one on Trump. Come on.
There's this apology, and I know it's fake, but it looks like it's a government letterhead that comes from Canada, right? And it's fake, I know that, but it's going around the internet. So if you just look up Canadian apology or something, it's so funny because it's basically like, F you all type thing. Like we can't do it. And it's so funny. Because they're
what's funny is the expression blank falls down.
Yeah,
I literally feel that that's what Canada's doing to us because like in the wintertime the cold air falls down on us.
Yes.
In the summertime the fire smoke falls down on us.
Yeah,
true. The wind comes that way.
Yeah. It just falls down.
I saw a picture of New York City and you could hardly see it.
Yeah.
So much smoke.
It's been bad. I was out, was it Wednesday evening? and it looked kind of like stormy. So and there were little drops falling on my windshield. So I was thinking to myself, that looks like fog moving across the road. It was not fog. It was smoke down
Black fog.
ground level moving across the road. And I was like, okay, I'm done. I got out of it. I was out because I was getting my Naked Bakery stuff.
Oh,
And I jumped out of the car, got that, and came back home.
All right. So you got your blueberry scone or whatever it was.
Actually, I got a cherry one.
Oh,
Cherry
yeah.
turnover.
Turnover. That's it. I knew it was something
And
triangular.
a
Sure,
black
it's not-
and white cookie.
you're gonna say sure? Yeah, you mean biscuit?
No.
No, I don't mean biscuit.
But isn't a biscuit to you like a roll or a bap?
A biscuit is a baked piece of dough that you eat, bakes up. It's a little round. It looks like a hockey puck. That's a biscuit.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's not
all it is.
really
like a
bread. It's a
scone.
little bit denser than bread. A
Yeah,
biscuit
it's
is
denser.
denser than bread.
It's
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a scone to me.
It's
no.
yes and no.
No.
It's not the texture of a scone.
Yeah.
And besides, ours are 90% savory. Sometimes you can put jelly on them, but biscuits are mostly savory.
But you can have different textures of biscuits, Dominic. You can have the flaky ones, which Pillsbury specializes in making.
Yeah.
And then you can get the denser ones, which like come from Kentucky Fried Chicken or other fast food restaurants.
Okay. I agree 100%. You got to come over here. We'll take you on. I will give, there's lots of things I can say about New York City. Okay. But in New York City, if you're like, I want to try all the different kinds of biscuits in one day, you'll have to travel a little bit, but you can find them all in New York City. Okay. Because the bakeries are on like every other corner. All right. So come to New York. I'll even meet you there. Forrest and I will take you around the world of biscuits. So,
The world of biscuits.
all right, Dom, what was your weekend like, though? We haven't heard from you. Let me get to our topic of the day.
Cold but sunny. So that was
Cold but sunny. Okay.
And, that
And just
was
out of
good.
curiosity, when you say cold, what's cold?
Probably 45 to 50
Okay.
Fahrenheit.
No, that's pretty chilly. I'll give credit. That's good
Okay.
sweatshirt, good coat weather.
Yeah,
No.
and I'm listening to some of my friends, well, a couple of them in Louisiana. They're at 100 degrees Fahrenheit with a heat index of 108.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
We're actually slowing down. Louisiana is getting weird.
Yeah.
We're actually slowing down a little bit. We're 81 right now. And it's, 5:00 at night. And so, but starting tomorrow, we're mid 70s.
Hey,
I'm good with mid 70s. Yeah. All right. So, Carol, you picked our topic for the week. What's our topic?
I just wanted to see what temperature here and it's 81.
Oh, what is it?
81.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
sounds
even.
good.
Look at that.
Yep.
sounds perfect.
So, yes. Oh, you want me to start with our topic?
Yeah, tell everybody what our topic
Now
is.
we're going to talk
Well-
about the weather for the next half an hour.
We could.
Well, we can do that too. Every business has its challenges. And that's what we're going to talk about, the challenges that you face in your business. And I'm going to tell you about one. That's three major ones that I've had to face. And the first one I'm going to tell you about, because if you are starting a new business, this is probably the one you're going to face. And that is when you tell your friends and family, I'm starting my own business. And they're going to say, "A what? Are you crazy?" And I faced that, and no one thought I could do it. No one thought that I should be doing it. And no one wanted anything to do with it. And so, a lot of people think, well, I'll just share it with my family and they'll all join, especially the kind of business that I run. And that will help me get started. But in many, many cases, they are the actual ones that want nothing to do with it. And if that's going to throw you right in the beginning, then you are not made to build a business. Or you better learn to overcome that and just say, well, that's what I've decided to do, and I'm going to do it and do it. And I was determined, and I did really well. Years later, some of them started coming in, which was great. But I mean, it took them years. In fact, my father called me Dr. Carol. You missed your calling, he said. You should have been a doctor. Because I do love helping people and helping them feel better. So that was my first challenge. And I am going to just ask you what your first challenge is, and then we can go on maybe to some of the other challenges. But that was my first challenge. And how about you? Let's do you, Dominic, first, because you were last time. What was the first challenge you had to face when you were developing your North Star business?
Weather.
And how did you finally learn to overcome that? I mean,
why is weather a barrier? Explain to the world.
The weather is a barrier because, one, I don't want to get the drone wet, and two, if it's too windy, it's just going to blow off and I'm going to lose the thing. So weather is a major challenge.
The problem right now is I have this picture in my head of two things. Either one, we make a little raincoat for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Or I have a concept of putting like a Mary Poppins umbrella.
You've seen too many dogs.
Unfortunately, that would fly away quicker. But that just was in my head. Can you put an essence of, like, is there a concept of covering it with something and it would still go in flight? Or if you cover it, the blades
not
won't
as
move,
such
right?
on, if I built my own, I could do what's called conformal coating, which means it waterproofs it.
Okay.
DJI, which is the major supplier, major player, doesn't do anything waterproof. But there is a company called Swell Pro that does do waterproof.
Yeah, because there has to be, because I've seen drone footage of rain, drone footage of hurricanes.
As I said, you can actually build your own. The building your own requires a little bit more energy. Not necessarily, not as much. Probably the same when you build it out.
Okay.
But you've got to buy the parts. You've got to source the parts. You've got to get the right motors, and you basically got to get everything lines up with each other. Then you've got to solder it together. Then you've got to program it. Then you've got to work out.
So time frame is just easier to not fly in the weather.
Yes.
Sounds like it.
Right? Is that okay?
Yes.
That kind of sucks though, because is that something you're working towards? Like, is this something like you're starting to think about, or are you just like, I'm happy with my drone at the moment?
Yeah, I'm a bit of both.
Okay.
A bit of both, because if I wanted to do it, I could, because I did electronics when I was younger, so I know how to do it. I just don't know if I could. I don't know if I have the patience. That's what I'm looking for.
And let me ask you, what about the pictures that you would be taking if it was raining? Wouldn't they be kind of smudgy?
Maybe.
I would think so. Probably not worth it.
Well, it also depends on what you are. I'm here because I'm beautiful.
Yeah, Dan's back.
What?
He adds a lot. He adds a lot to the chat. He's very very professional person and adds lovely to the chat.
I have no doubt. I just thought it was funny that he's like, I'm joining because I look beautiful. So the fact that I can't see you, so maybe you put your like headshot in there or something. Yeah. Forrest, what is a barrier that you have or a challenge that you had when you first started?
I would have to say same as Carol, family, which was shocking. And I mean, it was so shocking that I remember to this day, my oldest brother. I when I first started selling stuff, I was selling um, fire safety equipment, and it was unique because it used halon gas. It wasn't the normal stuff,
Sure.
and was really amazing. I was selling it to all kinds of people. Went to my oldest brother, gave him the presentation, and he said no.
Okay.
And I didn't understand it. And then later, he had the gall to tell me the reason I told you no is because I wanted you to fail. And
Wow.
I said, what do you mean you wanted me to fail? And he said, because I wanted you to just go get a regular job like everybody else.
Oh.
So this is the stuff that lurks in family.
It's
Like,
true.
you know, if you have a family that supports you and rallies around you when you're trying something new, bless you. Like
I would
you
say
got
the
a
same thing.
you got a
Forrest.
gift from God. But
Right.
I've seen it proven time and time again. Strangers will buy from you before your family will.
Mhm.
Yep.
They just will. So yeah, same thing. But I
It's
got
sad,
over it. I
isn't
got
it?
over it and I learned. And
When
that's
you
it.
when you think of it, they're working 9 to 5 or more to build
Mhm.
someone else's business.
Yeah.
Why not do it for your own? I mean, I tell people that. Why don't you build your own? Why are you building someone else's business?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. But that's just it. How
Well,
about you,
and
Sarah?
I'm
Yeah,
going to
we
get to
want
that,
to
but
hear
I'm
from
going to
you.
go on the most recent comment there from Dan, because I think um, it's about he hit rock bottom and had to rebuild his life. And I think when you build something from scratch, not necessarily hitting rock bottom, but that helps the process really. When
Yeah.
you're there and you're building it from scratch with barriers, with challenges, you're building it better and you're becoming stronger, right?
True. Yes.
Now it hurts when it's happening, right? No matter how, Forrest's relationship with his brother is or was, when his brother said that, it hurt, right? This could be somebody you don't respect anyways. It doesn't matter, but they're family. And now that hurt, right? And so I'm with Carol and Forrest on that. And then I have another barrier that I had when I first started too. But when I first started, it was family, and it's still that way. This was not last summer. The summer before, I had family come here to visit, and my stepson and I went into the city. We took the train. It was a whole day, right? We went into the city to meet them, and it was going to be fun and all of this. And we're 20 minutes into, we met them for lunch when my family member told another family member, "Oh, don't ask Sarah that question. She doesn't have a real job."
Wow.
So now
That's true. That's
my
one of the
stepson-
things we hear.
right, my stepson looks at me and he's like, "What? You're like," he thought I got fired, right? Like in his mind, that meant I had gotten fired from my job. And I'm like, no, I have a job. Everything's fine. Da, da, da. And this family member was like, "Well, it's not a real job. It's not like you go to work."
Wow.
It took me the hour and a half back on the train to explain to my stepson all the different types of jobs, because he wasn't to that point yet where he understood all the different types of jobs in the world.
How old
right?
wasn't Sarah?
He was 15, I think, but
Okay.
he's not that he was too young to understand. He just didn't. Once I explained it, he was perfectly fine to understand.
Yeah.
Just nobody had really explained that you could do different jobs in different contexts in different places, and everything from being out on an oil rig for 6 months to working from a computer for 8 hours a day, right? Like there's so many options of not being in an office in a suit and tie, right? And I think that's where, like, when you have those barriers from day one, and even like I said, just a couple of years ago, it kind of gets interesting. And I think we can diss on our families all like we all can, right? But the other barrier that I think a lot of entrepreneurs come into, and I'd love to hear Forrest's concept or thought process on this concept, money was a barrier, right? I wanted to start building things. And when I was first starting to do it, I didn't know how to do it for free. And I know not that anything's free, right? But it took me a long time to find the tools I could use for free, right? Because this was 15 years ago that I first started this, right? And I'm on my own and I want to do all this. And I think a lot of people think you need so much money and you need venture capitalist firms to fund you and you have to go on Shark Tank, and like if you don't do that you're not successful. And so I'm going to hand it over to Forrest just for a second to talk about that financial barrier that people think they have. And I know I threw that at you, but
okay. Yeah, the financial barrier is a lie. It just doesn't exist. It's like the sound barrier before man broke the sound barrier. You, especially today. But I remember there was a time later after I had that experience with the fire safety stuff when I first started doing seminars, pre-internet, all of that stuff. Just face-to-face seminars, you didn't really need money. Back then, all you needed was a notepad, a pen, and some business cards. And you went out and you told people about who you are and what you do. And you printed up flyers and distributed them and did all of the stuff that people just, it's foreign to them nowadays, which, by the way, I'm going to start getting back to, because I think we've become not self-reliant. We've become too reliant on the internet.
Sure.
And lost our critical people-to-people skills. So I am starting to go back to my roots as a salesperson and just start cold calling and door knocking on businesses. Because
I love that.
It's at least I know when I have this person in front of me, he's not ducking me. He's going to give me a yes or a no. And I can deal with either. But the ghosting you get on the internet, you don't know what you're getting back from the person as you're doing that. And you can spend hours and hours and hours creating stuff on the internet and posting it and checking up on it and following up and doing all of this stuff. But then at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, how much money is that generating for me? Cool. If you want to do that, there are so many free resources out there right now. Like I told you guys, Pixabay.
Yeah.
Like the majority of the B-rolls you see on my videos are Pixabay. It's just free stuff. It's out there. It's a resource. You can use all kinds of things, but no, money is not a barrier. As long as you have an idea and a voice and a phone, you can run your entire business from a phone. And
if you don't know how, you can pay Forrest to walk you through the process.
Yeah,
exactly.
How's that?
Yeah,
link will be in. His affiliate link will be in the chat after.
There you go.
After this.
That is my third challenge, and that is the technology. Because when I built my business, there was no technology. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have computers. All we had was a phone where we couldn't see anybody. And the way I built mine was just by taking 1 or 2 nights a week and making appointments to sit down with people. I figured if I could sit with them face to face, they'd want what I had, which was true. They did. And so 99% of the people that came into my business were because I sat face to face and explained it, and they saw it. So all I was trying to sell when I called was the right to be heard. And I tell people that, and they just don't get it. They do not get. I was selling was the right to be heard. And like you say, you do it on the internet. I have not been successful doing it on the internet. I picked up a few customers here and there. But when I sit face to face, they'd do their whole house, they change around. They don't want toxic things in their home. They don't want toxic things in their body. They change everything.
What is the company you work with, Carol?
Shackley Corporation.
Yeah.
That's the products that I use. I do have a few others, but that's basically the products that I use.
And I thought that was right. So I wanted to just confirm, because I thought I was like second guessing my life there for a second. So the thing that I do know about Shackley is there's very little upfront cost to becoming part of Shackley.
Right.
Is that correct?
That's right. Nothing.
And I do know for a fact that now I'm not going to remember it. It's H something. It's a cleaning something, and I have it in my kitchen.
Yep.
And that's the only thing I use right now. It's Basic H. That's it. I was like, what is
Basic H?
But I didn't know it worked until somebody was like, just try it, right? Because I didn't have any place that they could show me.
So how many years did it sit there?
Right? But it is wonderful. But it's about the upfront cost. And it's back to what Forrest said. You can do things without a lot of upfront costs. Right. And if you're looking for a side gig, if you're looking for something, and you think of all these MLMs and network marketing things out there, look for the ones that have minimal upfront cost and a lot of support. And I know that Shackley has that too. I'm not trying to sell people on Shackley. I do not work for Shackley. I do not play a Shackley person on TV. Okay. So reach out to Carol if that's something you want to do. But there's a lot of ways to get around that. But I think technology, you were right, Carol. Let's lean into that. Technology is a barrier, right?
It is to me. And I've tried to do it. And I'm like you, Forrest. I'm beginning to think the old way is better, the person to person, because I'm not really getting hardly far at all. And I thought, well, I can just stay home and this will be easy.
Well, and I think we're all missing that. Dominic, you're now starting to reach out to real estate agents and realty firms because just trying to connect with people, individual humans online for people to want drone work wasn't working. Right. And so you're going directly to businesses now. Are you walking in and knocking on doors, or are you sending messages, or both?
I'm doing it on behalf of someone else.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Yeah, so I'm basically speaking to other people that know the ins and outs of how to speak to people.
Oh, got it. I see what you're saying. Sure. Yeah. But your goal is to speak directly to the real estate agents and eventually do home flyovers, right?
Yeah. In such of a way, yes.
Okay.
Do you have a thing in your country like we have here, Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, we do.
You do? Because I was in that for years, and I got a lot of customers through that.
It's
I don't know,
not as easy as that.
Yeah. And I think it depends on the state, Carol, because like here, there's Chamber of Commerce, like you can go to some meetings and things, but it's expensive to join here.
It is expensive, but you go to people's businesses and you learn all about their business. And then when they have people like Forrest and I, and probably you, they, get a central place and they set up their little booth so that when people come in and you got a couple hundred people coming into your event and they all have a business or want one. And so then they come to the little booth and learn instead of going to say Toyota and learning about all the Toyota cars and so forth. It's a little, different from home business.
Correct, Rob.
They do have a space for them, which is nice. And
it's
and
not
then B&I business networking I was a part of.
Yeah, B&I
business with them.
I don't see eye to eye with the whole B&I concept because one, it's far too expensive. No, I can only speak of what happens here.
Probably gone up, yeah.
One, it's too expensive. Two, is the way it's set up here is very stuffy, and the people there. No offense.
Sorry.
And no offense to the people that I know.
Mine was not.
And you can only be in one category. So if you're everybody has one category, and that's all you're allowed to be in, and it's the way they present people as well. the more money you have and the more influence you have, it seems to be the more you get pushed.
Okay.
So,
And that's a shame. I didn't.
Forrest,
Yeah.
you were part of BNI for a second, right?
No, never.
Oh, I thought there was some networking thing that you were a part of. Was it
yeah,
something?
it's called NRG.
Oh, okay. I knew. Sorry, acronym. I
Different.
should have clear. I didn't.
yeah, almost the same amount of letters. So.
Yeah. See, that's it. Was NRG better or worse than what Dom's explaining with BNI?
Better than BNI.
Okay.
I mean, it was, at least in my experience, NRG is a smaller. It's national. There's groups in different cities around the country, and there's even some international locations. But everything's done on Zoom. It's like a big family, and I've gotten. I remember when I first invested in joining NRG, I 10x'd my membership within 60 days. So
that's lovely.
Wow.
Okay.
yeah, it's what you put into it, basically.
Sure.
That's it.
Okay. And it's a referral group. That's what the R stands for, right?
Yes, and it's what's so unique about it is when you come, you are literally given referrals. Sarah, you attended actually.
I did. Yeah. I attended one. Financially, it wasn't for me at the time. It just didn't work out. But yeah, in the first, like when you come to a first meeting,
Come on, Rob.
it was within like 24 hours, I got an email with, I want to say 6 or 7 names and leads and like that were warm contacts. Like, hey, this person knows you're going to reach out to them. So it wasn't even just here, randomly call this person. So it is really good in that regard. And we're not going to talk about the costs. You guys can go look it up if you want. It's, I think it's National Resource Group. Is that what the N stands for? No.
Network Referral Group.
Great.
That's what
Network
I was just
Referral
about to
Group.
say.
Mhm.
Go look that up. But yeah, if it was really good based on the one meeting I went to, and if financially it works for you, it obviously helped for us in those first 60 days. So yeah. I think there's a lot of ways to overcome meeting people, right? That challenge. I think if people say it's hard to meet people, there's a lot of free avenues and then there's a lot of paid avenues. But one of the things that I do, because I'm part of what I do is my coloring book series. And so I go to these, I know they're coloring books for adults, not
Adult coloring books.
but I go to these outdoor things where it's like creative fairs, we call them makers markets here, where everybody that goes is a maker of something. You have to have a creation. And I go and I just grab a bunch of business cards. And I would say an hour of my life every other week. And I find cool stuff. I buy bread, right? And I come home
with sourdough bread, though.
Sourdough bread, usually, yes.
Yeah.
And then I come home and out of, 10 to 15 business cards, I usually connect with 2 or 3 people, legitimately connect, right? Mm-hmm. And it's been really good. It gets me out. I meet people. I get sourdough. I make 2 or 3 connections. And it's not free because I bought the sourdough. But
I never heard of such a group. And what is it called again?
No, they're just outdoor. What is the word I want? We call them makers markets. Everybody's under like a little tent. There's like, 100 people in a field. Like a farmer's market, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like that. Like they each have their own little area booth or whatever.
Right. Yeah. That might be an Illinois thing, the makers market thing, but they're all over here.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, we love them. So you go and there's people that crochet, animals. There's people that, are like putting engraving on things while you wait. There's the knife sharpening guy goes to all of these things. You just have your knife sharpened and come back from a half hour later. It's great.
It's free?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's not free. I said it's great.
Oh. Well, I'd love to get my knives sharpened.
So, but yeah, anyways, So I think meeting people is sometimes a barrier for people. But I think if we keep having the conversation about ways to meet people,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never really had that. I've never really had that problem meeting people. Never had the
oh,
problem
okay,
with
meeting people that want your
excited about
shit,
something.
that want your
Was that?
stuff.
No, we're
Somebody give her
we're
a
enough
red
into the
card.
show.
Yeah, we're
We're
35
enough
minutes
in.
in. We're fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's usually about the first 30 minutes you're not allowed to, any expletive. But after that, I think you're allowed.
I don't know, but I shouldn't swear either way. But no,
But
it's about meeting people that want your stuff, Dom. You and
yeah,
I, and all
I
of us
do
on this call, we
understand
can
that,
meet people.
and I do meet a lot of people that get excited about it and say, "Oh, that's a great product."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we love,
Yes.
we love what you do. But that
Yeah.
seems to be where
I
the
love your posts about it too.
yeah, exactly. But that seems to be where the train derails, basically.
You know, that's a concept. And I know that Forrest and I have had this conversation that, especially in online networking, we meet a lot of people that say, "Wow, you're great. I love what you do," but they're not our customer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we all have that barrier, right? Dominic, with your drone work, I think it's great. You have great drone work. And sure, you know, I bought a t-shirt. I said I was going to buy a calendar. I will at some point. But not everybody needs you to fly a drone over their house. You get my point?
But from my point of view, I'm not, and I always go back to Kodak. And Kodak, to me, is the inspiration of everything.
Okay.
The way that they said we sell memories, we do everything, and the way they went about it, they were the forefront of everything. But their hindsight, Joe, their hindsight is actually backward, because they thought, oh, everybody will love photography as we go through the years. But they never thought that technology changes. So I'm not selling photos, I'm actually selling outcomes. And the outcome is, if you're selling a property or you're wanting to do something from a visual marketing point of view, 2 dimensions doesn't give you as much excitement as that third one.
So way back, I have a quick story, because way back when I was young, so like we're talking late 80s, okay, because I was still in middle school. And we had somebody knock on the door, which reminds me of what Forrest is, right? They knock on the door and they're like, "Hey, we do these aerial photos of your home, and it creates a memory. And we tell you when we're going to do it, so you don't have, your trash out in the backyard or something," right? And so they give like a 4-hour window where they flew over I'm assuming a plane, because I don't know if drones were around in the 80s. I don't know, but
No.
so they flew over and took an aerial photo of our house, and then it came framed and whatever. And I don't know what my parents paid for it, but probably too much. And the concept was actually pretty cool, because over the course of time, that was up on our wall, and we cut down trees, and we built a pond, and we did all of these things, and we could look at the picture and be like, "Oh, remember what the house looked like," right? You know what I mean? And it was kind of a cool concept.
Right.
I don't know if that's something that people would want anymore, though. I don't know. Especially since you can go look at your own house on Google.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Google Maps at your house.
But if you're in real estate, I really think that you would want a drone to show all the property, especially if you have a big property, like a big plant or a farm or something that is fairly big. You'd want to go in and see all the angles of it, because a lot of people buy things they see like that, and they haven't seen it in person. My first house in Florida, I hadn't seen it. All I did was see video and pictures of it, and I bought it. And people do that more than you realize.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if you consider my father-in-law as my partner's dad, but we're not married, so I guess it's still my father-in-law. But he bought a house sight unseen. He lived in Germany, wanted to move back to the States, couldn't fly back and forth just to see houses.
Right.
Right. And so he trusted somebody he knew in the area and was just like, if you like the house, I like the house. These are my requirements. And he loved the house. But sight unseen, he just saw pictures. And that's,
People are doing that a lot more now. And
Mhm.
so, see, he could show all the outside, and
Right.
then the realtor could do a video inside, and then they really get a view. And in his case, Dominic, you could even do the town around so they see what the area is, because you like to know what the neighborhood's like too. So, yeah, I just think that that's a key for you is the real estate and large businesses, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah, obviously.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, the people here are different to people overseas. We seem to be very slow in taking on technology.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, that's too bad.
All right. So what we're going to do, this was an amazing conversation. We're going to do our round robin of introducing ourselves. And then Dominic's going to do his round out that he does with a dad joke. And we'll do all of that. So we're just going to go in the circle I see. So Carol, you're going to go first.
Yes, I'm a longevity mentor, and I help people bring products into their home and into their body that help them and not hurt them, because people have no idea the things that they're doing to their own body until I get a hold of them.
Till I get a hold of him. I'm picturing her grabbing my ears
Hey,
and
what
like
are you eating those potato chips for? They're only plastic.
Yeah.
oh goodness. All right, Forrest. Tell the world what you do.
I am a business freedom strategist specializing in helping business owners get the most out of their time, their efforts, and their money with their business. I'm going to post right now. If you want to have a strategy session with me, it's free. Just follow that link that I put there, and you can talk to me free of charge. And
I suggest you all do that. He's good.
Thank you, Carol. Yeah. So that's what I do.
Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to go next, and then Dom can do all the wrap up and introduce himself. So I'm Sarah. I'm with Off the Beaten Path Consulting, and I mainly work with small, medium-sized companies on HR and leadership development programs, but I also work with individuals on becoming better leaders. And I do that primarily through a series of leadership development coloring books. Here is my link. Feel free to check out everything that I do. I will put that in the chat here in about 2 seconds. Grab time on my calendar if you want to chat. I am also free of charge for that first session. But if you want me to create anything for you, there are charges for that. Got to charge, right?
As
Yeah.
Part of our businesses.
Sounds like a wounded bull.
we're not.
All right, Dom, what do you do? And round us out.
Yeah, well, I'm Dominic from Northside Hawk. I create and I help people with stunning aerial visuals that will make your business stand out. And no, I don't do weddings. They're just too much of a nuisance. But I'll firstly leave you with a dad joke, and then leave you with something a little bit more serious. I was looking at my front window just recently, and I saw someone trying to steal the gate. And then I thought, I better not question him, because he might take offense. And on that bombshell, I really need to, laughter is one of the great medicines, and it really does make people. But I also wish to leave you with mental health. The mental health struggles are not always visible. They can look like exhaustion, isolation, lost interest, and also smiling while you're going through a private hell. So just reach out to someone and just check to see if they're okay. So, good night, everybody.
I agree.
And
I
Good
agree.
night from him, and it's good night from him. Good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Bye, everyone.
See you next week.